Alrighty, yo, what is up guys? Magnus Rick here, back with some more YSORIGIN. In the last video guys, we went up the Guilty Fire, got a lot of backstory, found out what the cliffhanger was. He actually gave Rhea the harmonica, and it's actually quite clear that there was definitely some kind of relationship going on between Toal and Lady Rhea. So that's pretty sick. But anyway guys, we have the Shifting Sands. We also have Rado's Annex, which is usually like a detour in the Shifting Sands, but so I can already expect this is going to be a long video, so let's go. And by the way, I have not forgotten about the oh, what? How am I going to get past this? I've not forgotten about the thing in the Guilty Fire, the extra chest in Guilty Fire. We're going to go back there once I get to the double jump, but dude, I can't reach anything over there. Usually there is, I wear the mask and I can get across there, but I don't think I can get across there now. So it's yet another situation where I need the mask and I can't get across without it, so I don't know like what I'm gonna need. I can't help but feel like I might have missed like a key item or something, and you know, I guess all will be solved. I know for sure that we're gonna get the double jump here, so maybe we'll see how we can utilize that along with our Alrighty guys, this is usually a point where we find Lady Rhea, so let's see what happens. Oh, this is gonna get juicy. This is gonna get serious right now. I'm not alone. An ambush, is it? Your power will only feed me. Aw. I was really hoping to find Lady Rhea. Oh, you know what? She still might come when they resurrect. What the hell are these things? No matter how many I defeat, I can't absorb their power. What? Damn. Seems Dallas has been tinkering with the undead. Damn. What? Well, that seems to have done the trick. Huh? Maria, babe, what's up, girl? Whoa, I haven't heard this song. I think this is the end credits song. What? It's been a long time, Toal. I haven't seen you since that fateful night. It has been a while. But here you are, Rhea. You've saved me a great deal of time by coming. Yes, I'm glad I happened upon you as well. There's something we need to discuss, a grievance I wish to air with you, as it were. Oh, and what might that be? Related to my capture of Fina, no doubt. No, it's about that day, that night, when you stayed behind on the surface without saying a word to either of us. Well, it was only after the ritual had been completed and the shrine raised into the heavens that I heard what had become of you and Saul. You can't even begin to imagine how much Fina and I grieved for you. Our closest friend had disappeared into the night, purposefully getting himself lost in a damned land without so much as a goodbye. We began to think that our friendship, everything we'd been through together, may have all been a lie. No, that's not true. I did it because I care about you. You actually bought all that? Well, I'm certainly no actress, so I suspect my audience may simply be a bit naive, or gullible, perhaps. Get fucked, Toal. Pity, I was beginning to reconsider my stance on the matter. Perhaps it has all been a lie. I am, after all, a traitor to Ys now. I've accepted demonic power and even kidnapped your sister, and that won't be the last of my misdeeds. Now that I have you and the Black Pearl in my sights, I can't simply allow you to escape. But I will afford you a chance to come quietly. Will you accompany me without resistance? No, I won't. I can't. I can't let you die like this. Dude! She was like, I'm gonna fucking kill you. So, I was right. Your face has always been extraordinarily easy to read, my dear Toal. What nonsense are you spouting? Why, would I ever let myself get killed? To destroy the demonic essence, I would presume. But it won't work. The essence originates from the Black Pearl. Unless the object itself is destroyed, the essence will remain. And the Black Pearl is a treasure crafted long, long ago in the ages of gods. No man, nor indeed divine entity, can destroy it so easily. Which isn't to say it's impossible, of course. Your method simply won't be enough to accomplish it. Only by absorbing so much power as to become one with the demonic essence, essentially merging into it, could any man, woman, or god possess the ability to destroy the Black Pearl. So he's trying to destroy the demonic essence? But that would be nothing short of suicide. After all, if you and the Black Pearl are one and the same, then your existence depends on its existence. And if you annihilate your source of life, you too will be annihilated, no less surely or completely. That was his goal the whole time. Maybe. Listen to you ramble. Do you think this is all an act?
Look well upon me. Look at what I've become. The Toal fact you knew died that day. The man, nay, the demon I am now, is driven only by lust for power, with intent to rule over all of Ys. The demonic essence has given me what I need to achieve this goal. Why would I ever wish?
Please, Toal, don't do this. I know how difficult it must be to retain any semblance of reason while taking that form. Do you remember what you said to me before? You told me I was halfway perfect, and that pushing myself to go all the way was utterly pointless. Sometimes, you have to be able to admit your faults and accept help from those who care about you. That's not to say you're halfway perfect, of course. Really, you do nothing halfway at all, it seems. But you should follow your own advice nonetheless. I don't see you accepting any help. I only see you pushing your limits. That is literally what you told her. Well, then why don't you tell me? Tell me how you plan on keeping the demonic essence locked up inside the Black Pearl. When I accepted these powers, I was given insight into the true nature of the essence. You might say I felt it. It was like a chaotic, flickering flame, both beautiful and revolting in equal measure, generating demons and darkness unending. If controlling it were such a simple task, no doubt you two would have done it long ago. This whole mess, over as soon as the first demons reared their ugly heads. You obviously have some sort of plan in mind, or you wouldn't be here. So what is it? What scheme have you devised that's so drastic it drove you and your sister to sneak away into this hellish abyss? I know there's something you're not telling me, something you're hiding. I'm sorry. I can't say. I won't. Not to you. Goddamn. Okay. So it's quite obvious. He's trying to destroy the demonic essence, which it's not really clear what that is. The Black Pearl obviously spawned all the demons, but he wants to destroy the demonic essence, whatever that is, like whatever the source of the demons. But she's telling him it's not enough, so she's gonna have to do it herself, is what it seems like. And she doesn't want Toal to sacrifice himself, I guess, I don't know. Consider them a belated thank you for that lovely harmonica you once gave me. Keep them close. You'll be glad you did. By the way, wait, Rhea, you don't have that harmonica, do you, bish? I gave that to you as a gift! If we can seal away the demonic essence, we'll have averted the worst of the crisis, and you'll be free of this curse you've taken upon yourself. So I beg of you, please, stay your hand and leave everything to us. He still has a harmonica, though. Can't let me die like this, huh? She's one to talk. The look in her eyes was that of a woman willing to accept whatever fate may befall her. And in this accursed tower, death is the most likely end to any story. Especially if... Wait, of course, that has to be it. How daft am I to, that the thought never even crossed my mind until this very moment. I need to talk to Fina. Maybe I can get her to confirm how they plan to seal away the demonic essence and explain why they sneak down to the surface to do it. Rado's annex isn't far from here. I just hope I can speak with her alone. So that was mightily revealing, guys. That was, that pretty much tells the whole story, I guess. Like, nobody, like, by now, everybody, like, doesn't believe Toal and his whole little shtick about being an asshole and everything. Like, and even there, right there, Rhea for sure knows, above all else, like, what his plan is to, well, I guess stop the demonic essence, but, she's not gonna let him do it, and that's gonna be the key. So I guess that's how this story's gonna be playing out, and it's good. You know, it's a good thing that they didn't keep this whole like story a mystery the whole time. You know, because it's getting really obvious that obviously he's got some plans like that. It's just who's gonna be sacrificing who, and I'm glad that we're nearing like new kinds of content. I like to. I don't know if it's really new content, just you know. Stuff that is progressing the story and stuff that we didn't know, like for instance why they come down without telling anybody. You know, even till this day they could have still said, yeah, we're destroying the demonic essence, but no, they're not telling anybody for some reason. So that still I don't think has been explained. So hey guys, Rado's annex. Usually there's a cutscene here to display the Rado's annex, but since we've seen it so many times I don't care anymore. Oh hey, a Clawman. Epona, shouldn't you be out searching for the goddess? You'd think, but Zava wanted me to stick around and stand guard. Seems those folk from east have made their way to the upper half of the tower, so they're not too far off from here. How about you? Still no sign of Rhea, was it? Yeah, still no sign. There's something I need to discuss with her counterpart, however, if you wouldn't mind giving us some privacy. Sounds scandalous. Well, no one here but me, and I'm not moving from this spot till Zava tells me, so feel free to talk with what's-your-name all you want. Excellent, thank you, if you'll excuse me then. She is gonna be eavesdropping like crazy. I really hate being left to babysit, it's the worst job there is. But if I don't do what Zava tells me, she'll never shut up about it, you know? I guess it was starting to get kind of dull in here anyway, so this is as good a place as any to stand around doing nothing. She is gonna be fucking eavesdropping like crazy, I know it! You can just tell, she's just like a... Epona's great! Oh, I gotta have a demonic power, I can only assume. I wonder if I actually get hurt. What is this door? You do, you had to be a demon. Tell us Zava must have sealed it after I left. And the atmosphere here is not pleasant. Somehow I doubt they use a mere key. Getting in to speak with Lady Fina will not be an easy task. Yes, it will be. Alright, that seems to have worked nicely. Pardon me. Toal? Did something happen? You look unusually solemn. I found Rhea. What? But I don't sense that she's been captured. Ah, so it's true then. You two do have some ability to intuit one another's... Let me read that again. Ah, so it's true then. You two do have some ability to intuit one another's safety. That is a hard... Intuit, like intuitions. That's weird. Well, you've sensed correctly. I let her go. Is that so? But my conversation with her was quite illuminating and left me with several burning questions. Chief among them, I want to know exactly how you intend to seal away the demonic essence within the Black Pearl. Your face tells me I've touched upon a tender subject, just as I suspected. The other question I feel compelled to ask is why you two came down to the surface alone, particularly without consulting the 6 priests. You came here behind the backs of your trusted advisors, and I want to know why. Alright then, let's start with your second query. You deserve to know the truth. Oh? The demonic essence distorts the earth, and that distortion gives rise to demon. The Clarior then serves to amplify that effect. But I assume you knew that much already, no? I did. Dallas filled me in. And he also mentioned that the Darklings were uninvolved in that whole process. Indeed, they came to Ys only after the demons had already invaded. Yet almost immediately they learned to harness the demonic essence and built this enormous tower. Does that not strike you as a bit suspicious? Now that you mention it, it is rather convenient that they arrived when they did and made all the right moves with virtually no missteps. And ever since then, the demons have been able to counter every one of our tactics, eventually overrunning the land. Almost as if they were one step ahead of us. Wait, are you implying? I am. The Darklings' arrival here was no accident. They were invited to Ys and taught about the demonic essence by one of our own. Ultimately, Rhea and I had no choice but to act alone, to ensure that the traitor in our ranks was left unaware of our actions. I must say, that's not the answer I was expecting. Wait, what? So that's why... Okay, that's an easy explanation, actually. They didn't tell the 6 priests, so they must expect it is a priest or something. They didn't tell anyone, really, but the 6 priests especially, they keep mentioning that. They're like, you didn't tell the 6 priests. It's like, yeah, because we think it's one of them. Who is this traitor, and why would he do this? Unfortunately, the culprit's identity is still a mystery to us, but we suspect he seeks our wings. They enable our control of the Black Pearl, and are perhaps the only things in the world that can seal away the demonic essence. Oh, that answers the first question. Wait, your wings can seal away the essence? Yes. The dark force can only be controlled by the power of our white wings. Though to cage an energy so strong, we would need to drain away every last bit of that power. But what would happen to you then? Your wings are the source of your divinity, are they not? If you used up all their power, wouldn't you? No, we would not die, but I suspect we would sleep for a very, very long time. Most likely until the day when the essence reawakens. There is no other way to seal the essence, I'm afraid. So please, try to understand why Rhea never discussed this with you. I'm sure it would have been particularly painful for her. More so than if you were anyone else. That's fucking sad, man. Look at, he's so happy. Not really. That is a sad laugh right there. Toal? Is that all? I had imagined so much worse. Fina, I'm in your debt. Thanks to you, I think I finally figured out what I have to do. Your eyes. You are no longer lost, are you? I've shamed myself so much since this whole ordeal began, but I'm through trying to carve out a half-assed niche for myself in this cursed land. I guess you could say I found my motivation. It may not be pretty, but I know what has to be done. Toal. Whatever you may be planning, please be gentle with Rhea. She's focused on her mission and maintains a strong front despite all that's occurred. But inside, she's still the same Rhea you've always known. This is anything but easy for her. Don't worry, I understand. Now give me this amber key. This encounter here in the Rado's Annex was a lot easier than all the other playthroughs. And the cutscene was not as long. They pretty much laid out the whole groundwork. So, okay. She kind of touched on it. She didn't really have a real definitive answer. She was just like, there's a traitor in their ranks, and it definitely has to be one, or they have to suspect it to be somebody like one of the 6 priests or something, because they didn't tell anybody. So, all done with your little talk? I am. And the only one of the 6 priests is his dad, is Toal's dad, by the way, Kane Fact. I got the information I needed. I intend to resume my search for Lady Rhea immediately. Well, thanks for dropping by, I guess. But before you go, that stuck-up sorcerer kid really is your brother, isn't he? Did he tell you? Yeah, I ran into him a few times while I was searching. Why'd you lie to me earlier? I severed all ties with Ys and its people when I joined forces with you Darklings. And as I recall, that's all I said on the matter. I told you I had no ties to the man, and I meant it. No need to go on the defensive. I believe you. Still, isn't your brother in a lot of danger here? No more so than anyone else, I'd think. I'm not so sure about that. He seems like he's got a lot of confidence, but I think it's just a mask. You ask me, he's fragile as a twig. Every time I see him, I feel like it might be the last. Like he's about to get snapped in two or something. Well, well. You certainly seem to be devoting a lot of thought to him. What? What's that supposed to mean? I was just trying to learn more about him, that's all. I mean, he's kind of mysterious, you know? Fair enough. Well, when he was younger, he was very mature for his age. Always had his nose buried in books. And he idolized his big brother. Anywhere I went, he was sure to be only a few steps behind. Then I left home, and I think Hugo hated me for having abandoned him. I can't even imagine him as a little brat chasing after his big brother. But that's not the sort of intel I was looking for. I mean, he's the enemy, right? I just want to know what I'm up against, that's all, I swear. What a terrible liar. Damn it, Epona. She's so great. Let's keep going though, guys. Yeah, as I was saying, guys, like, I mean, I'm under the impression they've only mentioned one of the priests, and they were suspicious of a person, but they've only really mentioned the 6 priests, and of those 6 priests, they've only really mentioned Toal Fact, or Kane Fact. So it stands to reason actually why Hugo's like hella evil. Actually, it's because I suspect something along the lines that like King Fact is like the traitor among them. It would make sense actually because Toal was like purposefully trying to avoid his family for a long, like even back when before East was like split up, he didn't want to talk to any of his family. So the dad must be seriously evil or something. I'm kind of expecting that to be the case. But let's keep going up the tower, guys. All right, guys, Creeper Medallion. Let's go deal with the Creeper, and I guess we'll be out of our way of the shifting sands or silent sands. I gotta go back and really find out if this is the silent sands or the shifting sands, because I think I've been calling it the sifting sands since like the first episode, which would have been incorrect the whole time, and nobody corrected me. So, alright guys, let's go deal with the Creeper. Now on Hugo, this guy was super easy, but I'd imagine that it'd be a little bit more difficult on him. On Toal here. He's got a whole lot of more shit that he's got to dodge. Like, actually dodge. See, this would be incredibly hard, actually, on Toal. I guess you could do that, but I still took a lot of collateral damage right there. Shit. Maybe the fire is better used here. No, it has some like charge up time. Yeah, this is gonna be a hard fight even on easy, man. Almost certainly gonna die in the next phase. Oh boy, this is gonna be bullshit. Should have gotten the closer one, because that's gonna be harder for me to fucking get without getting hit. AoE, here it comes. Fuck you, yeah, I knew it was coming. And still got hit by the fire. And he does it again! Again. Just reverse move. Wait, is this good enough? Fuck you, man. That guy was hard, man. 3 times on very easy. I know I could have gotten a few more levels there, but dude. I can only imagine how stupidly over leveled I'd have to get before that guy would be even possible on higher difficulties. I wonder if there's been flashbacks every time. Let's go. Give me another flashback, baby. Before we get to Blighted Blood. Or maybe another cutscene. Hold it right there. That's right, Hugo. What's up, bro? You're pretty fast now, Toal. You. Somehow, I don't think you're here to challenge me. Figured that out by yourself, did you? I've actually just come here to ask you a question, nothing more. Is that right? Well then, by all means, ask away. How did you become so powerful? What? I mean, I know you have demonic powers, of course, but I don't think that's the only source of your strength. I have to know what's so different about us. So that's it, is it? Father's training must be even more grueling than I remember. Huh? Let me tell you something. Father is who he is. We are who we are. And by the same token, our individual strengths are quite different. Our individual strengths? Well, you're far more skilled with magic than I could ever hope to be, for one. Which is why I chose to give up my right of succession to you. What? Obviously, there's more to the story than just that, and it certainly wasn't an easy decision for me to make. But suffice it to say, just as you once looked up to me, I often felt overshadowed by your accomplishments. You did? I would never admit it at the time, but yes, I saw myself as the inferior choice to succeed the Fact legacy. But that was then. Once I became a holy knight, everything changed. I found my raison d'etre. I probably fucked that French up. I had a path to follow, a road to glory, and by walking that road, my inferiority complex simply vanished into thin air. If that's true, though, then why did you throw it all away? Good question. I never intended to betray my oath or my people. Somehow, it just happened, as a matter of course. And I've been paying the price for it ever since. So that's your individual strength, is it? I guess I can't compete with that after all. Not now. Not yet. Hugo? I just need a little time to think. We can settle things next time, alright? As you wish. I won't run and I won't hide. Whenever you're ready, just come and find me. I'll hold you to that. Interesting. Alright. Not much development there. He's just kind of said, walk your own path, Hugo. It does seem like Hugo is not out on that bloodlust mission, you know? Like he was in his playthrough. Which doesn't make any sense. They just kind of made Hugo to be just a total asshole in that one, just to make a story, I think. My individual strengths, separate from his or father's. He makes it sound so easy.
Indeed, he does. But it's not easy at all. He is deceiving you.
I knew it! I called it in the last time. I was like, Hugo's probably going to be evil as fuck. But I wasn't getting that impression when talking to Hugo in this playthrough. So, maybe he is going to turn. What? You are Hugo, successor to House Fact, are you not? If we could have but a moment of your time, we would be most appreciative. I see. Alright. There it goes, guys. Well, we're already in the Blighted Blood, guys, so that's going to end this episode, but it seems like some developments are already forming up. I was, you know, in this playthrough, they didn't make Hugo as much of an asshole as he was in his own playthrough. And, you know, I was under the impression that Hugo has been, like, tainted. He's just evil as fuck, like, you know, that's why Dallas was, like, so keen to him. But that also explains who the traitor might be in the East ranks. Again, we have to keep looking at Kane Fact, which is their father, you know, because for some reason Hugo is, like, evil, and, you know, that's he was gruelly training him. He wants to make Hugo kill his own brother for some reason, because the brother's onto, I feel like the brother's onto his dad's shit is what's going on there. So I'm almost certain that's going to be the case. Obviously, some developments here with Dallas and Hugo now, but guys, we're gonna be having 2 more episodes here, Blighted Blood, and then we're gonna be finishing off the playthrough, guys. So 2 more episodes. Next one, guys, is gonna be Blighted Blood. Catch you guys then.